Foraging and exploring in Atchison, Kansas. There's a lot of good stuff here. There's some grapevines. It might be porcelain berry, but they look like they could be grape. Who knows? We'll find out soon. It also could be the male, because, oh yeah, no, it looks like it's porcelain berry. Porcelain berry makes these little clusters like this. Not quite like grape. Porcelain berry, I understand it's edible, but you don't really want to eat it. But it's great to feed to your chickens. So if you got porcelain berry on the land and you got chickens, bada boom, bada bing. Here's a nice, big, fat, juicy plantain. I wouldn't eat it here, but just because it's on the ground, you know, where all the muck is, and this is a truck stop, the only truck stop in Atchison, Kansas. I'd eat the things up high though, but like I said, looks like porcelain berry, so I wouldn't eat that. I mean, it might be okay. I forgot what the medicinal value of it is. But I also understand it doesn't really taste that great. It looks yummy on the outside, but then when you break it open, it's like a white goo. It looks like marshmallow goo, which again, it might be good for you, but I gotta look that up. I mostly stopped to look for mulberries, and I found some other things instead. The mulberries aren't quite ready. I saw a mulberry tree a couple miles away that was ripe and ready, but I couldn't get to it, you know, with the big truck. So I thought maybe I'd look for stuff here. This is in the mint family, I think, although it don't have a square stem. It looks like it's in the mint family. I'm not sure what that is. But yeah, there's all kinds of good stuff here. I just don't know what it all is. This is pokeberry. It's not ready, although it's almost edible at this point. From what I understand, you got to cook the leaves, but once it starts turning purple and it forks, it's no longer edible. Now it is starting to turn purple, but it has yet to fork, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Yep, I'll have to look more into it, but one of those two criterias, or both, means you can't eat it anymore. The young sprouts you can eat. Now, like I said, you gotta cook them, or do some other process to them before you can eat them. You can't just eat them raw. The other thing about pokeberry is the berries. Or this is pokeweed, but the pokeberries are edible once they turn purple. However, you want to wait. I mean, not wait, but yeah, you want to wait till they're purple. You can't eat them green. And you can only eat like maybe a half of a handful per day. Otherwise, they can be toxic, even the berries. So you can eat a little bit, just don't eat too much. And how much is enough? I'd say maybe a tablespoon or two tops per day. One thing I noticed, which I'm about to come back and hit this jackpot right here. This is the jackpot. There is a ton of wild raspberries growing over here. Look at this. A buttload all the way over there, over in here, over in here, over in here, over in here. A ton of raspberries. They're not ready yet, but I will be coming back and checking on these on an almost daily basis. I work up here in Atchison, so this truck stop's like our third home away from home, or whatever, our home away from home, because this is where all of our drivers hang out. It's like our second terminal. So here's the mulberries I was looking at when I discovered the raspberries. They're not quite ready. I saw one that was almost ready, but it had no flavor. So maybe in another week they'll be ready. This is spiderweb. This is sumac. It's edible. The berries, once it gets taller, the berries will make like a lemonade. There's 4 types of sumac. Oh, this one here is dock, probably curly dock. It's edible as well. Very bitter, but good for you. Anyways, there's 4 types of sumac. One is poisonous, and it's got white berries. That's the way to tell. There's fragrant sumac. There's smooth sumac, which I think that's what this one is. There's another sumac, and then there is poison sumac. The ones with red berries are not poisonous. This one looks like the fragrant sumac. Then again, it looks like it could be poison ivy. Poison ivy and fragrant sumac look a lot alike. Poison ivy is a vine where, I'm not allergic to it, by the way. Poison ivy is a vine where fragrant sumac is a bush. Fragrant sumac has red berries, poison ivy has green berries. So there you go. I don't know everything, but I'm learning. I know a handful, and I'm trying to pass that information on to others. We have a website and a podcast called Free Food and Medicine. .org. Basically, I'm not familiar with this one. I think it's a pecan. It looks like a pecan. It looks like some kind of a nut tree. And I think it's pecan. Anyways, yeah, basically I'm kind of carrying the torch with Marcus Rothkranz. He's got freefoodandmedicine.com, and he wrote the Free Food and Medicine book. And so we are doing a Free Food and Medicine podcast, and we have a free Food and Medicine video site on freefoodandmedicine.org, where other people can upload their own Free Food and Medicine videos. Because the .org is kind of like an outreach deal. We do our podcast, and and anyone is free to join in if they wanted to call in. Right now, we're putting the podcast on hold because I'm a little burned out and we're like really busy, and I'm behind on doing my uploads and editing. I don't really edit them. All my stuff's raw, uncut, because I'm just busy. I don't have time to go back and edit everything. So, and I don't really have a whole lot of help to do anything, so I'm just kind of doing it by myself for the most part. We got dandelion here. This here looks like hemlock. Don't eat that. That's poisonous. It'll kill you. This is a weed. I forgot what it's called, but I think it's good for you. I always mistake it for passion fruit because it's got the leaves like passion fruit, but passion fruit's a vine where this is not. Anyways, still look for mulberries. Haven't found any that are ready, that are ripe, that taste good. But anyways, we got a blog, which I haven't really put much on the blog, if anything at all. What's this? But hey, I'm looking for I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know what everything is. We got clover here too, but it's the white clover. It's not as good as the purple clover. We have a red clover on our land, which is interesting. But anyways, we're at 10 minutes. I'm not sure how many minutes I can put on YouTube. This will probably be the only free food and medicine video I put on YouTube, mostly to advertise our free food and medicine website. But YouTube, I was with YouTube for 10 years, and 5 years before Google bought them. And the 5 years after Google bought them, it's been a total nightmare. And then they finally terminated my account in 2017, exactly 1 year before they got rid of Alex Jones. And basically, I had all my videos on one page, platform, whatever you want to call it. I had my freedom fighter stuff mixed in with my free food and medicine stuff, mixed in with my farm stuff and everything. And they basically just deleted everything. And they claimed I was in violations of the terms of service when I really wasn't. But it's their platform. They can say and do what they want. Even lie and say I did something I didn't do. Kind of like this Dateline profile, or the Dateline I was on. Some girl accused me of something that I didn't do and had no proof, because, you know, they keep track of everything. They record everything, right? There was no proof. And, of course, I guess the lady who was managing it, the mod, she wasn't the owner, she was like the moderator. I had like $200 in that account, and I used it sparingly because I didn't want to waste my minutes. It was back in the call-in times where you had to call in stuff when you leave voicemails in their voicemail boxes. So if I would have said things inappropriate, there would have been documentation, right? Well, there was no documentation, and they accused me of saying and doing things I wasn't doing, and it stole my $200, which pissed me off. But anyways, now I own a couple of their domain names, because I had a vengeance or a vendetta. So I put all their domain names on back order, and now I own half of them, if not most all of them. Not that I care anymore, because that's water under the bridge, but that just ticked me off. So people do that. They arbitrarily just screw people over and say they did things that they didn't really do. Happens all the time. But anyways, we're at 13 minutes. I still haven't found any mulberries that are ready. Since I'm bobtail, I might try and go back to that other place and see if I can get some mulberries, or just wait. I got a ton of mulberries growing on my land. We transplant and clone as many mulberries as possible, and anything that grows, you know, in our zone 7, that produces food or medicine. And you can find that at davidanddavid.com. And I've got a YouTube channel for that. But I post videos there sparingly as well. Anyways, I got a Facebook too, but Facebook's getting communist. They've actually been communist for a while, but they're getting worse. So I don't know where I'm going to post anything in the future. Probably not at all with this surveillance state going on and all of this communist crap. But anyways, freefoodandmedicine.org. And if you want to check out our other podcasts, we have 3 that we've done in the past and 1 or 2 that we're doing in the current. And I'm not sure what we're going to do in the future. So check them out at manicmondaypodcast.com. And of course, I am my own sponsor, so you can check out my umbrella corporation website at KCLAI.com, short for KCLA International, Kansas City, Los Angeles International. You can also go to KCLAinternational.com or KCLAmanagement.com. And you can see what all I'm doing, and if you want to support us, you can do that there. We're like a mini GoDaddy. Anyways, okay, bye.